Shalom. Most High in Christ bless family back again with another video. Today's video I want to touch on a particular Hebrew that links our ancestry to the ancient Jews, to the Jews of Spain and medieval Europe. And guess what color he is? He is, in fact, a man of color. And we can actually look this guy up and actually see who this guy is. There's videos of him on YouTube. So I got a piece of literature dealing with this particular guy, and this is from the book Naris Meha, The Lion Man by R. Sirian Narayanan. And it's basically like a series of questions about different African tribes and whatnot. Right here, he's asking about the Jews and Mali. And we're going to get into this particular brother and talk about his excerpts and his family records, which hold the key and understanding of where his lineage and pedigree goes back to, right? So with no more hasting or with much haste, let's get into this topic. It says, did Jews pass through Mali? I think when they were expelled from Egypt or even from Europe, some of them may have settled down in your country, because I have read there are Jews in Ethiopia, which is far south away from Mali. And the response is, you are right. The largest influx of Jews to Africa came after the infamous Spanish Inquisition, after the fall of Granada and the end of Islamic Spain. It is a pity, I do agree, the mass exodus and expulsion of Iberian Jews began around 1500. Many of these Jews settled in North Africa under Muslim and Ottoman patronage. Thus, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, and Egypt became home to significant Jewish communities. There are several thousand people of undoubted Jewish ancestry in Timbuktu. I'm going to stop right here because this is undoubted. This is not refuted in these lands because they know their history and they have their records to back it up. But when you come over here to the Americas and you go to the YouTube land, you see all these debates and everything. It's not like that in these other countries. They know exactly where they come from. You know, they still have their records. So with that being said, let's continue on. It says there are several thousand people of undoubted Jewish ancestry in Timbuktu. Some migrated south to the Timbuktu area. At that time, part of the Songhai Empire, among them was the Kahaf or Kati family, descended from Ismail Jean Kot al-Yahudi of Scadia, Morocco. So you can see in the name, it's a son of Yahudi, meaning he's a Jew. Now, they spoke Arabic because they were in the Arabic paradigm, and a lot of the Jews, as it's going to get into it, we were forced to be either crypto Jews or practice our Judaism in secret and assume the identity of and religion of Islamic and have Arabic names. Let's read it on. Sons of this prominent family founded 3 villages that still exist near Timbuktu: Kirshamba, Haibomo, and Kongugara. Sorry if I butchered that. But these cities still exist today. When Askia Muhammad came to power in the previously tolerant region of Timbuktu, he decreed that the Jews must convert to Islam or leave. Judaism became illegal in Mali, as it did in Catholic Spain that same year. As the historian Leo Africanus wrote, the king Askia is a declared enemy of the Jews. He would not allow any to live in the city if he hears it is said that a Berber merchant frequents them or does business with them. He confiscates his goods. The Kahat family converted with the rest of the non-Muslim population. The Kohens descended from the Moroccan Islamicized Jewish trader El Hajj al-Salam al-Kuhen, arrived in Timbuktu area in the 18th century, and the Albana family came in the first half of the 19th century. According to Professor Michael Abitbol, Rabbi Mordok Abe Saroy traveled to Timbuktu several times as a not too successful trader in ostrich feathers and ivory. Ismael diadie Haidara. Again, sorry if I'm butchering these names. These are Arabic, North African names, so just bear with me, brothers and sisters. But this is the brother I wanted to talk about because you can actually Google him, you can look him up, and find information about the library that he has. And we're going to continue to go into this library. This library connects him to the Jewish caravans that would come from Spain and go to Morocco and do trading and whatnot. Okay? A historian from Timbuktu has found old Hebrew texts among the city's historical records. So these are not plagiarized books or, these are not comic books. These are historical records, legitimate records. He has also researched his own past and discovered that he is descended from the Moroccan Jewish traders of the Abana family. I'm going to read that again. He has also researched his own past and discovered that he is descended from the Moroccan Jewish traders of the Abana family. As he interviewed elders in the village of his relatives, he has discovered that knowledge of his family Jewish identity has been preserved in secret out of fear of persecution. Persecution of what? Persecution from the Islamic enforcers of the time. And again, this is from a book, Nara Simha, the Lion Man, by R. Sirian Nare Yanan. And you can go to Google Book and see this history, or you can just look up Ismael diadie Haidara or search the Jews of Timbuktu, and you're going to see the legitimacy of this article or this paragraph in this book talking about the caravans that went through Morocco from Spain, and these Jews that came from the expulsion that happened in 1492 by King Ferdinand and Queen Elizabeth. You can actually see this history, and it's actually what makes this so potent is that you have written concrete evidence within the walls of these Timbuktu libraries. And historians like Ismael diadie Haidara actually holds a piece of history within his grasp. And it's so beautiful that this story and that this recordation is brought out to the masses so we can clearly see the lineage of our forefathers and see the connection to the Sephardic Jews still being referenced in modern day Timbuktu. Because I'm not reading this from a perspective that happened 2 years ago, 300 years ago, like Aluda Equiano. This is not one of those references. This is a modern day reference which holds a window or opens a door to the past. This is just like walking into a time machine. Those books and that history that he holds is really a treasure, okay, that money cannot buy. This knowledge and understanding is really basically a book of remembrance, like the scriptures talk about. And stuff like this, like the scripture says, Isaiah 29:4, that you would talk your voice would be heard from the ground like him with a familiar spirit. This just validate those scriptures, man, and validate our identity as Israelite people. Okay, so with that, I want to actually show you guys a picture of Ismael diadie Haidara, just in case you guys still have in your mind that he is a Caucasian, or what we see, what the TV or media promotes as the Jewish people of the world. You see how he looks? He's a quote unquote negro. And you see that image with the books? That's his library and ancient relics, which contain the Hebrew markers, which is also written in Arabic, but the history of the Jewish caravans that went through Morocco. which he descends from the Albano family, as we read in the article. So this is this has been known for a while. Like a lot of this stuff, it never gets the exposure that it deserves. Why? Because the media, this world, and the systems that are created, the powers that be, are here to keep us constrained and keep us away from our identity and away from our knowledge and away from the truth. The truth is that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are Israelites. You Arubas, you Igbos, you Fulani, you are all Israelites. The Limba, the brothers from Timbuktu, guess what? They're Israelites. Okay? So, Lord's will, you brothers gain something from you brothers and sisters gain something from this quick video about the Jews of Timbuktu. Look this brother up, Ismael diadie Haidara, and read more about his works, his scholarly works, and his library, and the information he has in his books. Like I said, it's really a key to the past, a real time machine that it gives exposure and shed light on what happened during the Spanish expulsion. Now you know that the Spanish expulsion wasn't expelling quote unquote white Jewish men, but the true Jews, the black Jews from the land of Spain. Okay, that's why they grouped us up with the Moors. How in the hell are we going to blend in with the Moors if we don't look like them? The Moors are Israelites, okay, because we read before that we were forced under the Islamic persuasion, and a lot of those Moors had Arab overlords that they had to rebel and fight against. Okay, because we learned Islam through the sword, but that's another topic. But I'll see you guys next time. Lord's will, you learn something. You're encouraged by this video, and with that, I'm going to say shalom.